Hello YouTube! Welcome to my channel Marley Design, and my name is Marlies. I want to wish you a very happy new year, full of possibilities and a lot of creativity. Cheers! I am very grateful and honored to be asked for this YouTube hub by Corey. It is really wonderful to work with all these grand ladies. Wendy, Gail, Tracy, Sue, and of course Corey. So we are all working with our initials. I am working with the M from Marlies, and I chose the title Mixed Media with Marlies. So let me explain in short terms what mixed media is. Mixed media is a type of artwork that mixes different media or materials into one piece. So for example, when you take a look at this page, I have used some papers, I have used some stamps, I used ink, and I used some fabric, and I used some ribbon. I used some stickers, and because it is a new year, you will think about maybe your goals or things you would like to do this year, things you would like to accomplish, or maybe things you would like to change. I have wrote down a quote for myself to keep in mind that when you feel fear, just do it anyway. Because fear will or can hold you back, and I don't want that anymore. So let's get to the first video, and it's all about how to make this page with the beautiful butterflies. But I hear you thinking, what about the rest? Well, do not worry, because I have a video about this one and about this one, but also about this one. And of course today this will appear is the 1st of January. And I will upload this on the 3rd, this one on the 5th, and this one on the 7th. So there is a whole first week of January with craftiness. I decided to work in an old music book. For the people who do not like to make their own journal or find it very difficult, this is a good way to get a journal done and in a more easy way. Maybe you've seen the intro and you saw the page with the 2 red butterflies on top. That is what I'm working on right now. I am making 2 pockets where you can stash your ephemera or little bits and pieces. For the ones that don't know me yet, I really love to work with the Tim Holtz supplies. I really adore the style, the versatility of the products, and they are just beautiful. I decided to make 2 pockets to fill this page. I found out that I did not like, well, I do like the background, the music notes, but it's too plain for me. So I am trying to make it more interesting. And in this case, I am using some plaster tape. And the plaster tape is very easy to color. Just get your inks out. I used some distress ink and ink them up in the right color. So the plaster tape alone in the background, it's not enough for me. I really like layers on layers on layers. So I am tearing a lot of paper, making strips, and adding some stitching on the sides just to give it some more interest. Besides that, I use the paper distresser very often to roughen up the sides of my papers, and I also ink up the edges with the coffee color of the archival ink. Here you can see that I turned the papers of the pockets. My first thought was to go with the blue on the outside. I changed my mind. I chose for the more brown tones on the outside, and that is because later on I want to bring in some more colors, and the brown tone is a perfect base for that. I am playing around with some strips of paper and some stickers, the label stickers, and I am just creating a nice background to put the pockets on, so it will not look very plain. I want it to look a little bit more interesting. I always do some stitching behind the scenes. I really like the look of the stitch edges and also the hanging threads. They give an extra dynamic to your work. And what I'm doing right now is adding some extra tape to the background because I do not want to see some plain areas. And yeah, this is just a nice filling. And the Tim Holtz tapes are ideal for filling up some gaps. There is a wide variety of colors and patterns, so there will probably be one that you desire or like to use. And a lot of times I remind what Tim Holtz says. He says it's all in the details, and I totally agree, because even the smallest parts of your work will add to a great project. And when you talk about details, you can think about a little stamp in a corner, a piece of snippet or leftover scrap paper. You can think about a piece of ephemera that will fit your size and theme you are working on. Yeah, all these things will make your work look good. I found these beautiful red butterflies in the ephemera pack, the Field Notes ephemera pack, and because they are a popping red color, I want to bring in some extra red in this journal page, and I am doing that with some pieces of scrap paper that I'm gluing on the back side of the pockets, just for that little pop of color. I also stitched them down. I like the threads and I like the stitched look. One butterfly had some white speckles on its wings. I really liked that look. The other one was plain, but I decided to make my own white speckles with some white acrylic paint. And now it's time to glue the pockets down. I really enjoy using the Distress Collage medium. It is a very pliable glue and it dries matte and not glossy. I knew I needed some design paper behind this journal page. I don't know yet what I'm going to do with it later, so I don't know if it will be a pocket or just a backing. But while it's there, maybe it brings you some ideas. So that is why I am already putting it down, just to see how it will look later. I need some kind of closure for the pockets because I don't want them to be open. So right now I am tearing some blue strips of paper and I want the butterfly to be on top. Also a pop in color, the red and the blue. Blue is maybe a little bit too much. So right now I am looking for a way to dress up the piece of blue paper. And the rectangle shape of this stamp is perfect for that. It is a stamp from the Tim Holtz stamp set, The Professor, and the size is perfect. What I did extra is to add an extra smaller butterfly on top of the red one. It just gives a little bit of more dynamic in the work. The blue strips of paper are lined up with the tag underneath, so I can see where to put the butterfly. I want it to be more centered and in the middle of the pocket. And after that you eyeball the punching hole and glue your embellishment down. And after that you can attach everything together with a piece of string. Because the butterflies are in the middle of the page, I have some space on the left and on the right. I want to fill that with some lined aged paper because you need some place to journal on or to keep your notes. I am trying to get in some red again, and I am doing it with some red geranium archival ink, matching it with the brown coffee ink just to age it up a little bit. Just the lined paper on top of the music sheets is very plain. It's the same neutral colors. So I am adding some colors in there, in this case the label stickers. I really wanted to bring in some extra blue tones, and that is the reason why I decided to glue the lined paper down onto some blue paper and then flatten out the papers very well, maybe under some heavy books, and let it dry properly, and then do some stitching behind the scenes. After that, it is time to roughen up the edges. You can tear and use your paper distresser and yeah, roughen it up and ink it up, and then you are good to go. We are coming towards the end of this video, and I want to point out that all of the links of the other ladies of this YouTube hub, Initially You 2022, are in my description box below, and go check them out please. I would like to say thank you for watching, and if you like the inspiration, please like, comment, subscribe or become a patron of mine. Thank you!